Hey everybody, it's John from JB's Total Gaming, and I was pretty excited about this expansion for Hearthstone. Hearthstone is a game that I play a lot, so it is a card game that, because it's a digital-only card game, allows you to do some things that, paper, cardboard, whatever card games wouldn't allow you to do. And here, I'm showing off kind of just one of the games that I've had in the expansion so far for Hearthstone. So if you're not really up to date with the game, the most recent expansion is the Old Gods. So it's a very Cthulhu, Lovecraftian sort of theme. And you can see when I play certain cards, like right now, I'm going to play a card that is going to give my Cthulhu taunt. Now there are a lot of different decks that I've already seen in just a couple hours of playing with this game, and it brings in a lot of different features and new cards that do a lot of unique things. But one of the things you can do is build a Cthulhu deck, where you put a bunch of cards in your deck that boost your Cthulhu and allow you to basically buff it, and then when you play it, it's a 10 mana card, but it deals random damage to the enemy based on its attack, I believe. So here I'm trying to fend off my opponent, who is a priest. Luckily I had the cards that I had available were cards that were able to remove some big creatures, and then I have a creature that at the end of every one of my turns buffs my Cthulhu by one. I actually have two of them out right now. So there are cards that when you play buff them, cards that when they're out on the field, all different kinds of things. One that actually gave my Cthulhu taunt when I play it. So, like I said, there's a lot of different things you can do, a lot of new and unique cards, and that's why I kind of take a look at it. And you'll see coming up on this turn here, I'm really thinking I should be able to win the game if I can draw it, but I don't have any cards in hand. I draw a card, it's a card that might allow me to draw another card, and then I'm like, great, there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and kill off this creature, even though these guys aren't going to buff my Cthulhu anymore, and hopefully win next turn. So we'll see what happens. But I feel like I'm in pretty good position. I have a ton of armor. It's not like I'm in danger of dying or anything like that. And like I said, this is just one of the many possible decks that you can do, but it's certainly one of the most interesting. So my opponent might have wanted that card for later, but at the same time they had very limited options and might die pretty soon. So here, now you'll get to see how it works when you play it. It's a 20/20, and it's going to deal all kinds of damage. And you can see it gets rid of my opponent's board, and then when there are no creatures left, it hits my opponent in the face, and then my opponent is down to 3 health. I have a 20/20 minion. I'm in pretty good shape, right? Well, one of their 2 cards is Entomb. So it's a card that allows him to put a creature that I have out into his deck. So it's interesting because I believe the understanding is it's still my Cthulhu, even though it's in his deck, because you see it get buffed as I play cards like this. So I think, great, okay, I get him down to 1 health here because one of the Cthulhu cards I play allow me to deal 2 damage. I'm debating putting this one out or not. I'm probably going to win. I mean, he has to get rid of 4 things, and I played that card specifically because if he had a card that dealt 2 damage, it would survive, and I would at least be able to do, even though he would be able to heal up, because it would heal him for 2, and then he could heal for 2 more with his hero power, but he had the card that can kill that, and then buff that, and then I'm just like, oh, great, here we go. So the game goes on. So neither one of us have a card in hand. We're both top decking. But this is kind of the craziness that the game can bring. It's pretty exciting. A lot of times you're going to... So I'm still buffing my Cthulhu, even though it's in his deck. Now, if he plays it, I'm in huge trouble, because I'm not going to lose that turn because I have so much armor, but I will lose probably on the next turn because I don't have any way of dealing with it now that he has control of my Cthulhu. And I think here I'm able to get what I need, so I'm going to draw a card with this, and then get a weapon that'll finish it off. But here's a little look at some of the fun things you can do in the new Hearthstone expansion. That was a pretty neat look at it, and we'll be back with more soon.